You know, isusu tiri magrade 2B musazondimaka with regards to economics. Munotongondimaka with regards to experiences of both rotten economic payakatanga pacho takurawo, when we started missing things from grocery shops, when eggs started becoming expensive, when transport system started to be so exorbitant, when we're now asked to buy our own medicine from local pharmacies, which were expensive, that's how we started measuring the economy, that the economy is not improving. It is actually dropping. When one day Morgan Changra said, you can rig the elections, but you cannot rig the economy. Many people did not understand him, and they took him as so uneducated. They take him as a fool, somebody who doesn't understand. Uneducated people, they are not respected. And when they try to comment on economics, people will not understand them. But that was a prophecy that is still standing today.
Welcome to Zim One, a platform where every voice matters and every idea counts. This is a space dedicated to nation building, shaped by the thoughts, hopes, and lived experiences of the people of Zimbabwe. From the streets to the classrooms, from farms to factories, from elders to the youth, we bring together brilliant points from different gatherings of citizens across our nation. These are conversations rooted in reality, driven by patriotism, and guided by the belief that Zimbabwe's future is built by its people. Here, we listen, we reflect, and we share ideas that inspire unity, progress, and sustainable development. This channel is not about politics alone. It is about solutions. Not about division, but about collective responsibility. Join us as Zimbabweans from all walks of life contribute insights that strengthen our communities, uplift our nation, and shape the Zimbabwe we all want to see. This is our voice. This is our vision. This is nation building together.
Elections were rigged so many times, but the economy did not improve, not even one bit. Yes, I hear makrokoza or vanongwavangwava, so to say. They say, things are okay in Zimbabwe, we are making money. Let me tell you something that you guys you don't know. In Zimbabwe, when there was no bread on the streets, when there was no mealie meal, I used to deal to sell bread because the product was not there. So I would go early in the morning to Bakers in Workington, close to Kambuzuma. I know that road, very close to Harare Hospital. I would do bribe whoever the managers there and get bread ahead of some people because I'll be the only one with the product on the market. I'll go and sell. I would make money. So we should not mistake opportunists because of circumstances and people start making money and we say the economy is good. The economy, I think, from a layman point of view, is measured by the price of an egg on the street. If the eggs are still not affordable, it means the economy has not changed. The economy is not favorable to the people. I've heard lots of Zaniods, people who sympathize with ZANU. They say, no, we have fastest growing economy, we have this, they even come with figures. Those figures which are only known and seen in boardrooms. It's so funny. So how can you go to my Ambuya who is in Murewa there? stuck in chiendambuya. And you say, upfumu hwenyika huri kufamba zvakanaka, when she cannot even afford to buy sugar for porridge. Can you stand and say, the GDP is growing 6% and is the world's fastest growing economy? She will actually pour you with hot water in your face and you come there without your skin on your face. Because that would be a lie. How is the economy growing when we don't have even one bank that is operational? Teachers cannot go on an ATM to withdraw their monies. So how is the economy growing? How do you measure that? And who is measuring it? Because I think issues to deal with monies, they are measured by banking system or by banks. I don't know what is it called. Is it Reserve Bank or is it CBZ? Is it Eco Bank or Kingdom Bank? Is it Beverly Bank? Is it Foundation Founders? It was what it was called Founders. Is it POSB? Where are these guys that were in the banking system? Where are they? Some people are even surprised that he's talking of banks which is since closed. Beverly Building Society. Where is it? If the economy is growing, how can you say my family is growing? I'm growing my family. We are improving. Yet, out of your 50 children that you are having, everyone is dying. Champion is dead. Zimbabwe dead. Taurai, two boy, take over. My boy, they're all dead. And you still say, my family is growing. You can even have the audacity to call the newborn Tawanda. How can you say Tawanda when everyone else is dying? Iwe wakaromba zvako chikwambo chiri kupedza vana and you can still say, Tawanda, my family is growing. How can it grow when other children are dying? So this is what is happening with the Zimbabwean economy. People, they do lie. You lie because you make money out of opportunities. An economy that, I will tell you another story. I went to Zambia in the 90s. In Zambia, everyone was a vendor. People would sell on the streets everything, including one side shoe, because the other side of the shoe was not there. But because they were looking for money, they can even convince you, can you just buy this one? And then you look for the other one. There were vendors everywhere, every corner. When you were trying to buy fish, you would go with a small branch to remove the green bombers on that fish, but you still buy because there were no butcheries in Zambia. It was in the 90s. People would go with a paper bag full of money to go and try and buy bread. Those who know about what I'm talking about, they know. We used to deal buttercup margarine in Zambia. We used to go there to sell buttercup and make money, bring money to Zimbabwe. Zambians were even coming to Zimbabwe. The mother of my firstborn children, I got her from Zambia because she was coming to Zimbabwe to trade. But now, what are we doing? We are going back to Zambia to trade, isn't it? So this is the same thing in Zimbabwe now, that everyone is a vendor. The economy is sustained by vending, informal sector, where nobody takes money to the bank. Who is banking his money? Even I'm surprised. I don't know how it works. The government is collecting taxes from people, but where are they storing those taxes? Where are they keeping the taxes everybody's paying? They're collecting little bits of small monies, $10 from champion, $5 from captain, maybe 50,000 from engineer farmer because they say he's a millionaire, so we'll collect 50,000 from him. But where is that money going? In which bank is it going? Because there is no bank that is working in Zimbabwe. The Reserve Bank is not working. CBZ is not working. So where are they putting that money so that that money can be put back into the circulation? During COVID time, when everyone was not working in America here, everybody could not make money. So the government had to give people something that was called stimulus check. Everyone was given, as long as we were paying taxes, you were given stimulus tax, stimulus check. That stimulus check was $2,000 for so many millions of people here. We were given for free. When we were given that money, we had to use it to buy, so that the money will go in circulation, and it helped to sustain the economy because people were stopped buying. So for the continuation, for the cycle to be complete, people had to be given money, free money. So what is happening in Zimbabwe? There's no stimulus economy. There's no stimulus check. People, they don't have money to put in the circulation. So how are you doing it? What kind of a workable or a economy that is working? Which one is this one? I don't know. Me, you have to educate me. I told you I'm grade 2B. I don't know the to reference economists and things like that, like champion. No, I can't do that. But I want to see it in my eye. Please stop confusing me with those big figures. They call it what? 6 billion economy. I don't know, 45, 70 billion. We can say 70 billion economy that is in Zimbabwe. Please stop confusing me with the 70 billion that I cannot see. Because if I want, I can even compete with you. I'll write 70 billion on my paper and I'll go around the whole village telling them, you see, this 70 billion I'm writing here on the paper, that's the economy of Zimbabwe. The villagers will throw stones at me and kill me because they're not seeing it on the streets, isn't it? We want something that can translate on the street. We want something that a layman can understand. Those figures are for those who can interpret those figures. Some of us, we had used mathematically in high school. So why do you want to complicate life for us? We can only know how to count money. If you give me $50, you buy something for $10, your change is $40. That's the only mathematics that I need in my life. So why are you confusing me with these big figures? 6% trillion, the deficit. I mean, I don't need all this. What I want to see that those figures that you so educated on translated into simplified way and come down to me, the person who is on the street. How do I interpret that? I interpret that by accessibility of goods and services. If I go to the shop, I must go get my bread, 50 cents. I buy my bread 50 cents, although in America there's no bread for 50 cents. There's no even bread for $2 here. There's no even, maybe for $3 you can get. But even if the bread, the bread that many people eat, it starts from $5 going upwards. But many people can afford that bread. And that bread, for your information, you can keep it 2 weeks. It cannot go bad. That's quality bread. Of
GMO.
course, it is expensive, but we can, almost. That's the Friday. I tell you now, party. All right,
That my
fine.
GMO Owen, sorry.
You say what? Oh, GMO. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you were complaining. Yeah, my GMO. That's why it doesn't go bad. That's why I'm so jealous about my country, Zimbabwe. I love my country where I can have my tea and sweet potatoes that I buy from Mutoko. I'm so proud of my country. But my country has been contaminated. My country, I'm seeing my country now, we can see cocaine on the streets of my country. Where we only used to know of mbanje as the only drug that people would talk about. I feel pained when I see things going bad like that. I feel so much pain when I see Mutoriro in all the street corners. The only close to Mutoriro I used to know of was Kachasu, And cachaça was only found in farm communities somewhere there. It was not as common as we see Mutoriro today. I feel pained when I see graduates being deployed from universities, different universities. Straight away, they go on the street corners and they start patronizing on Mutoriro. This is not the country that I grew up seeing. My father wanted me to be a graduate. At most, he wanted me to be a teacher. When I got a place from a teacher's college, he so celebrated. And I told him, no, I'm not going that. Instead, I'm going to be an artist. And he was so angry with me. But the first flight I took to Germany and I brought a color TV, he started saying, oh, in art you can make money. And they started appreciating that. But that is no longer there in Zimbabwe. Nobody wants anyone to be educated. Go and tell anyone that I want you. Go and tell your child who is in grade 1 today, and you say, please wake up in the morning, go to school. You say, you want me to go to school and be like Nika Aiva, who is on the bridge there, patronizing Toriro, or Fabish, who is on the street corner playing Zhigure with nothing to do. But we used to go to Koro Nemangai. Mangai, if you know Mangai, it's just boiled.
Ainzi magwazha, ainzi
Magwaja or
magwazha.
Mangai is just boiled or corn, dry corn that is boiled. You put that into this thick sugar plastic. You go to school. Today, if you ask your child, if you don't give your child incentives, including a smartphone, you will say, after all, there's nothing that I should go to school for. That's why you see even in Zimbabwe, soldiers were being, they were recruiting soldiers who were in grade 2 because there were no educated people. But now, where is Zimbabwe today? Why are you lying to us? Why are you bringing this propaganda? How are we? Who is going to help to build this Zimbabwe? When you lie that, no, me, I'm full. To have a big stomach does not mean you are not hungry. Ukaita zidumbu zombe unonyimwa chikafu because
Citizens
they will say,
criticize
vanhu
Zed.
vanoguta. That's what you are doing. You are lying to everybody that the economy is growing and everything is okay. Yet, no. It's just a big stomach of obesity. That's a disease. So our economy is in a disease. It's a disease. But we are trying to hide from our neighbors. They will think that we are having everything. They would think that everything is okay with Zimbabwe. It is still the breadbasket of Africa. It's still the educated popularity, the most level-headed people who are in Zimbabwe. Do they know that these educated graduates, they are patrons of Mutoriro? Do they know that these educated professors, they are stupid, educated fools who cannot even help their country from this quagmire that it is going through? Do you know that it is this country that have got a population who can now shake their asses so that they can get cars? We used to know that cars are bought by teachers as a reward of being educated. When you are educated, you go to school. When you are educated, you go and get a job, and that job will earn you to buy a car. You can afford to buy a car. But now these days, no. You just need a big S. You shake your big S and you make money. You get a car. So why should I go to school? I will not go to school. I will just buy my, the appetito, something like that. That drug that make your ass grow big. It's better. It's even cheaper. It's even cheaper to buy appetito for a big ass. You go and shake it. You have your car. That's it. That's the Zimbabwe that we have today. That's the economy that we are talking of. I can just go and start wearing a oversized shoe, oversized shirt, a brown cargo pants that I bought for $2 my wardrobe will be just $5, and then I start making skits, I'll get a Raptor comic elder. I need to go to school for that. From all the lecturers that are at University of Zimbabwe, go and make them a lineup, minus the dean who is a sympathizer of ZANU-PF, who can afford to buy a Raptor. Bring them. Those doctors and professors from University of Zimbabwe, who can afford to buy a Raptor? Who? Who can afford to earn the money that the comic elder earned in that short space of time? So, I mean, and now you come in here and you lie. How is the economy growing? When all the corners and all the wings of the economy are not in operational. Kwambona mota inofamba nevhiri 1. Which one? Kabisa 3 mavhiri mota iyi haichatombofamba because inenge yakufamba nerim. But the economy of Zimbabwe is run in president's office. Mnangagwa is the minister of finance, is the minister of everything. He's the one who can award tenders. He's the one who can make policies. He's the one who can talk to the investors. One viri. Shame on you, Zimbabweans. Stop lying to us. Zimbabwean economy is dead. Let alone to bring out this fool called Mutuli. He's a fool. He's not doing anything for Zimbabwe. He's just singing president worship and keep himself there. If you're a minister of I don't know, minister of finance, amen, whatever, minister of money. Mutuli is the minister of Chivayo. Because what he runs is only Chivayo. Because the only person that we are seeing that have got a vibrant economy working is Chivayo, and this guy, what do you call him? Tagwire, Kudakwashi Tagwire. That's the economy, the vibrant economy that we know in Zimbabwe. Nothing else that you can talk about.